Hello there and welcome to the final of the Hero Champions Trophy 2014, sponsored by Hero. It's Germany versus Pakistan from the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. Germany made it through to the final stages of this tournament, quarter-final win against England, a semi-final win against Australia, and for Pakistan it was a quarter-final win against the Netherlands and a semi-final win against Pakistan last night. No surprise that the Indians have turned out in force, and just one guess who they're supporting. I would say a majority of the crowd will be behind Germany here as both sides emerge for this much anticipated final. The Hero Champions Trophy 2014, featuring Pakistan away to our left and Germany there away to our right. Look at that, even some German flags in the crowd as well. That's great to see, and certainly during the warm-up phases Germany been taking advantage of getting the crowd up and getting them behind them, playing as the 12th man in this final match, match 24. This is the 6th and final day of competition, and this is where it comes to a close. And the home fans, having seen India exit the tournament yesterday, losing 4-3 to Pakistan, will be supporting the European side, Germany. We do have some honourable guests in the house as well. Sri Naveen Patnaik, the Honourable Chief Minister of Odisha, is being escorted out on the pitch by Miss Alana Norman, the CEO of Hockey India, to meet the umpires and the captains ahead of this game. A real treat and an honour to have him here at the Kalinga Stadium as he shakes hands with the Pakistani captain Mohammad Imran. Our two umpires for today's game, Paco Vasquez of Spain and Koen van Bungie of the Netherlands. Everyone will take their place for the national anthems. Well, not the warmest of receptions for Pakistan, who beat India here last night. And there were some, well, slightly over-the-top celebrations yesterday from the Pakistanis, some of which got a bit out of hand, and there, as a consequence, are 2 Pakistani suspensions in the starting lineup today. We'll get into that as we go through both sides. We'll start with the Germans first of all, though, with Nicholas Jacobi taking his place in goal. Orruz, the German number 5. There's also Grambusch, Polk, Hawker, Ruhr, the FIH Junior Player of the Year last year. Muller, Zwicker, first of the captain. Florian Fuchs, who's been scoring goals aplenty, 3 in the tournament so far, and Benedikt Fürk in the starting lineup for the world number 3. So Marcus Weiss's side, having played 5 games, won 3, lost 2, but won the all-important quarter-final against England and the semi-final against Australia. There is Moritz Förster to the right of your picture with the yellow armband on, getting his side up for this game, and they certainly have the backing of the crowd. Pakistan, as we said, beating India in yesterday's semi-final by 4 goals to 3. Then they went on, before that, winning against the Netherlands by 4 goals to 2. But in goal then, Rizwan Senior, Waqas Mahmood, Imran the captain, Irfan their goal scorer, Razul, Butt, Abbas, Shan and Ali. There is their coach, Sheikh Shanaz, the head coach. And those 2 suspensions to bring you, Mohammad Tusik, the Pakistani number 11, and their reserve goalkeeper, which could be interesting, Amjad Ali, the number 22, both suspended for this game. These are our officials for it. It's Koen van Bungie of the Netherlands and Paco Vasquez of Spain taking charge of the final. A final which we are very much looking forward to, and we hope you are too. There's Moritz Förster, the German captain. The final few seconds counting us in to the final of the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy 2014. Germany get us started then, playing from right to left. They're in the white shirts with the black shorts. And Germany, their opponents this evening, Pakistan. And, well, Germany, the adopted home side, I think. The number of fans, great to see, in fact, that so many people have come out to support this final. And that really is a good sign for the sport. It's a good sign for the people of Bhubaneswar, who have been behind this tournament every single step of the way. Someone else that's been here has been Simon Mason, the England and GB goalkeeper. We'll pick his brains as we go throughout this game. But Germany, Pakistan, an interesting lineup. Both sides finished 4th in their group stage. Here they are in the final.
And a final that every single international hockey athlete aspires to playing in. Massive crowd, great venue, super support, well, for one team at least. And this is where you would always want to be.
And this is where Germany want to be for a majority of the game, as Ruhr picks it up on the baseline. There's going to be a penalty corner early on, inside the first minute. Germany drawing first blood. It's penalty corner number 1 of the evening.
And it's a simple ball down the baseline, a lovely gifted touch through to Christopher Ruhr, picks up a foot in the circle, finds that back foot of Shaquille Butt. It's the easiest decision for Paco Vasquez to start the game with.
Yeah, that'll do nicely. Great strength from the FIH Junior Player of the Year last year. And there is Moritz Förster, the 2012 FIH Player of the Year. Germany, the Olympic champions, remember, and ranked 3rd in the world. This for the first goal then. Förster at the top of the D. Comes his way, takes the flick, lays it off for Ruhr, takes the flick, goes high and wide. They'd beaten the number 1 runner, but Ruhr off target with Germany's first chance.
It's a routine that they've used before. Förster going for the dummy, puts it on a plate, but actually it's the attention of the number 1 runner. Fully committed to get across the circle in front of Ruhr. That means he can't get the shot away cleanly.
Now the exciting thing either way is that we'll have a new champion of the Champions Trophy, because Australia, only good enough for 3rd place this year. They got beaten in the semi-final stages by Germany, 3 goals to 2, but went on to win the bronze medal just before this. Here's Fuchs, drives forward, off-lay ball is a good one, but Zwicker can't pick it up, and there's some good cover tackle from Tasva Abbas. And now Pakistan will have a chance to counter in the midfield as it stands at the moment over on the left-hand side. 2 minutes gone, a fiery start to this final.
Germany dictating it, not by speed of play at this moment, but speed of thought. Everything that they're doing is very precise, it's really quick. As soon as free hits are given, the ball is down and away. There's absolutely no delay on their play.
Pakistan win the free hit just on the 23-metre line. Aerial ball, not sure that was the best option. Ball allowed to be played over the top of the shoulders by Ruhr, brings it down and wins the free hit. Bit of a nothing ball, that one, in my opinion.
Which is completely unnecessary. What was it we said earlier on? Unnecessarial. There's the aerial over the top.
Absolutely. Not too many more of those. Here's Förster at the back with an aerial which certainly is going to find its target. It does. Grambusch brings it down. Now taps it back. Looking for Ruhr again. Well, the second chance falling to Ruhr. It was just a couple of inches in front of him, this one. What a take.
Brilliant. Absolutely. That would have been one of the goals of the tournament. Superb takedown. Not committed by Ruhr. He knows this is a full 60 metres. That one-handed take. Down and across. All of a sudden, Ruhr doesn't get his touch after Grambusch delivers. Oh, it's 6 inches from being on a plate.
All Germany in the first few minutes of this final then. Quarter one, 4 quarters of 15 minutes. Germany pressing high. Another little deflection there. Will go off for a sideline ball. And Pakistan pegged back on their own 23. Germany now just sitting back on a half-court press, all gathered on the halfway line, and just invite the attack forward and look to catch Pakistan on the counter. Slapped around the back here from Butt. Now spread wide by Irfan. Irfan holding the heart of the Pakistan defence, but equally dangerous from penalty corners if and when Pakistan get one. 4 in the tournament so far for Irfan, and there's Razwan Senior just getting stuck into the umpire. He's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to get too hot-headed in these early exchanges. Remember, umpires, they've got memories like elephants, haven't they?
Yes, indeed, and a pocket full of cards. It doesn't really matter whether you disagree or not. Your professionalism has to surround everything that you do. If you lose control and pick up an unnecessary card, all you're doing is punishing your teammates.
First touch wasn't the best that took it away from Germany, and there they are. It's Florian Fuchs, the goal scorer, 3 in the tournament so far for him. None in the game so far for either side. Germany 0, Pakistan 0 in the final. Aaron Leung, who took a hit earlier in the tournament, good to see him back out on the pitch and at full fitness for this final. And Germany, of course, with the likes of Moritz Förster, Tobias Hawker, who both played in the 2007 winning side. That, in fact, was the last time that Germany won the Champions Trophy. Here come Pakistan, though, looking to finish their tournament strong. Pakistan, who didn't even qualify for the World Cup earlier this year, finished second in the Asian Games behind India, and third last time round in the 2012 Champions Trophy in Melbourne. Ruhr will get to this one first, gets a little touch on it, and that helps his captain out, Moritz Förster, gathering the ball. Good pressure this from Pakistan, though, to keep Germany pegged back. Anywhere for Fürk to turn, not really. Not the most interesting.
Well, he's trying desperately hard to find a foot that he can put the ball on so that Germany can get a free hit. He's taken it left to right to give it to Ruhr, but Ruhr has been robbed.
Just getting the sleeping bag out, ready for a snooze. Ball comes in, though, now, finally, and Pakistan trying to build something. No real first attack there. Good defence from Germany. Förster again at the heart of it. And Pakistan have to retreat. There's a crossfield ball. Good step from the Pakistani captain, Imran. 35 years of age and still going strong. Wearing the number 7 shirt for Pakistan. Pakistan, remember, ranked 11th in the world, up here against the world number 3 and Olympic champions, Germany. And this is just the sort of game we saw last night unfolding. A very physical game. Our first green card of the night too. It goes Abbas's way. The Pakistani number 15 jogs off for 2 minutes in the sin bin. So Germany have that one man over.
Yet if you jump into a tackle, you are going to get penalised. Exactly what happened. It wasn't pretty.
There's confirmation of the card for Abbas. Hauke now with the ball on the halfway line for Germany. Förster out on this left-hand side. Helps to cut infield. Another stick tackle there on the German captain, who's powering through here, skipping tackle after tackle. Free hit is just outside the 23-metre line, so this can come straight in. Slap with some power, far post, and unfortunately Germany not able to get numbers on the outside of that post.
Yeah, Pilt Arnold, the target for Förster as he saw the run. He just put too much on that pass as it came in outside the goalkeeper's left-hand post.
No goals to report just yet if you are joining us. Germany 0, Pakistan 0 inside the first quarter. So lots of hockey to look forward to, and we've had a fantastic 6 days of competition here. well received in Bhubaneswar in the east side of India. The likes of Moritz Förster will be back here playing in the Hockey India League, of course, at the start of January. Something else to look forward to in the new year. But this, the final tournament of the year, the main international tournament for these players to take part in before the winter break.
Förster cleverly controlling the ball as it's popped up. He's caught it. And back to the captain. You see the coach suggesting to his troops they might want a little bit more control. Lovely take and turn through the midfield.
Waqas firing forward, and he tries to skip the final tackle again. Förster at the heart of the defence as Waqas tried to creep through. Mohammad Waqas, the Pakistani #2, another key figure to look out for. 1 goal in the tournament so far as Förster here gathers the ball. Just 1 for him too in the tournament. Germany's goals, the majority of them coming from Florian Fuchs. 7 in the tournament so far, 4. They conceded 9 though. Here's Grambusch. Arnold with the overlapping run. Again, Germany come back out. Förster almost leaves the ball behind. Loads of room in there again for Grambusch to pick the ball up. Well read though by Rizwan Senior. Fortunately has to concede the free hit there, which Wesley will take. Wesley has that ball intercepted, and again it was Waqas that got his stick to it first to win the ball back for Pakistan.
And that's what Pakistan do so well and have done well through the course of this tournament. It's not paid dividends, but they've kept their defence, and that man there, the captain, somehow against all the odds has marshalled his team to the final. One of the oldest players in the competition. We suggested in the very first game that he looked heavy-footed and out of condition, but has played pretty much every single minute. And then he's masterminded their corner attack between himself and Mohammad Irfan. Somehow they've got one of the highest conversion rates in the tournament.
Yeah, Irfan with 4 goals in the tournament. Imran the captain with 2, and here come Pakistan, controlled by Arnold. Now he's clearly studying for something this week, because Arnold there, the German #16, has been round the pool every single day swatting up for some sort of exam. I was a bit too scared to go and ask him what he was revising for, but outside of the hockey and the training, he's revising for some exams as well.
And of course you were by the pool studying and doing all of your research.
Absolutely. Headstands, splashing into the pool, doggy paddle, all the above. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Germany 0, Pakistan 0. Ball offloaded, this time to Imran, the captain, wins the free hit. Pakistan back up to full strength after that green card for Abbas. Germany now have it with Ruhr. He's had the best of Germany's chances in the first half and in the first quarter. One coming from a penalty corner, which Förster served up for him on a plate, but he couldn't get the shot on target, and then a deflection chance, which he couldn't quite get the tip of his stick to. Zwicker now plays the ball in. That's come off Ruhr's foot, but the ball initially coming in off a Pakistani stick, so Germany will have it on the dotted line. Ball must move 5 metres, which it does, from Arnold's ball to the right-hand flank, and some pressure coming in there from Rasool.
Rasool tackling from the wrong side, and Pakistan have to be careful on these tackles. 3 or 4 times. They picked up 1 card already. That's not pretty from Förster. That could be a card for breaking down play. He's gone to ground.
Yeah, Dilber being brought down there, and no card. That was the incident.
Well, we know that the umpires have talked about players going to ground, and there's a difference between slipping, which we have seen on this pitch. That, to me, was Förster planted himself. The ball's gone underneath him, and he's blocked the running line.
As far as offensive pattern goes, Pakistan seem to be running the ball down the middle of the field here. They're not really using the outer avenues, those channels on the left and right-hand side.
Which is a surprise, given that the outcomes that they've got at every point in this tournament have been when they've attacked the right-hand touchline. You can only suggest that the German midfield press is denying that side of the pitch. Marcus Weiter is a very canny coach, and he will have seen the dangerous areas and would like to try and deny them, you would think.
That's certainly where Pakistan looked good last night against India, the hosts. Winning that game 4-3. Ariel has too much juice on it this time from Förster, who apologised to his front line, who didn't give up the ghost there and kept running. That was Benedict Foot that was underneath the ball. But here come Pakistan now, back with possession, and it's Rizwan Senior's ball forward. Finds Kadir on the score sheet last night, not once but twice. Mohammed Aslan Kadir with 3 goals for Pakistan, and second highest scorer in the tournament.
That's an unnecessary under-the-body ball between the feet. It's a little bit hopeful. Yes, of course, be creative, but it turns over possession.
And here come Germany, 2-on-2 now. Grambusch making the striding lead run forward in assistance, going all the way down. The shot goes wide from Florian Fuchs, who drove the ball there. Grambusch got to take some credit there as well, because he took away some of the defenders on the right of the screen.
He did, but possibly had a better opportunity. Fuchs has got into the circle, goes across the goalkeeper. You say as an international forward, you'd back yourself to hit the target. He doesn't, so Germany come away with nothing from the 2-on-2 attack down the middle of the pitch.
I agree, they should have scored there. Pakistan holding on. Germany unable to find the target in this first quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining now. Germany 0, Pakistan 0. That's a ball that is won by Matthias Müller. Müller, one of the newcomers into the German squad. Other German debutants this tournament, including Jonas Gommel, Timur Oruz, and Matthias Müller. There's 7 players from the successful Junior World Cup squad. Won the World Cup in 2013. Here's Vicker. This is Müller at the back now on the left-hand side, with Polk to his left. And Pakistan crowding the midfield. The route one ball's on, though. And let through. Target there was Timur Oruz, German number 5. 1 goal in the tournament so far for him.
Well, and as a pass from Müller, it was delivered with rasping pace, but Oruz being asked to run across the top of the circle, laterally on his forehand. He's trying to put 2 inches of carbon fibre in the way of a ball travelling at the best part of 100 kilometres an hour. Almost impossible.
Pakistan regain possession with Irfan on the right-hand flank. First time touch comes from Rizwan Jr., but intercepted by Germany, who try and thread the ball back through to Gommel. Germany will have it just inside their own half. Gommel stretching and leading to the baseline and tries to get up into the D. Ball slapped round the back with Müller, now Förster. Back into Hauke, who we've not seen too much of in this first half. There's Fürk with the first-time ball, which finds Gommel. Now to the top of the D. Good recovery from Bhutta. Dumped upfield from Pakistan. That is old-school grass hockey to drain off the final few seconds of this first quarter.
Yeah, whilst Hauke has been quiet, it has grown through the games at midfield play.
Final score then at the end of the first quarter. No goals in it. Germany 0, Pakistan 0. So Germany, you've got to say, with the best of the chances in that first quarter, most of them falling to Christopher Ruhr.
Yes, indeed, and it's that link play, because they've got the long ball that can come up to Ruhr from the back, and First has found him a couple of times. But the growth between Zwicker and Hauke and Fürk in the midfield to try and find Fuchs and then Ruhr up front is what's really going to pull the Pakistan defence apart. They have to be patient, Germany, because Pakistan will hold really close together, quite happily give them the touch lines and then try and hit them on the counter-attack.
Pakistan holding their own here against the world number 3 Germany. Marcus Weiser there just offering some tips of what they could do better in the second quarter. His opposite number, Sheikh Shanaz, there with the beard just to the left-hand side, former player himself. He's been there and done it. And all the players using his knowledge as well. See the passion on Marcus Weiser's face. Germany looking for their first Champions Trophy win since 2007 in Kuala Lumpur 7 years ago. That's the last time a team other than Australia, who've won it 5 times in a row, won the Champions Trophy. Australia taking home the bronze earlier today with victory over India, the hosts, by 2-1. Goals for Goders and Ockenden. Lalit on the score sheet for India. Also wins for the Netherlands over Argentina, a 4-1 victory to take 5th place, and England beat Belgium by 3-2 to finish 7th. This is the final match of the tournament then. Pakistan versus Germany. It will be Germany ball. And we get the second quarter under the way with Germany playing from right to left still, as they did in the first quarter, and attacking the goal away to our left-hand side. No goals to report as yet. Christopher Ruhr with 2 chances to put Germany ahead. And here come Germany again through Grambusch. A good jab tackle away from Butt. Sideline ball, Germany.
And that interchange of play is going to be important. The first time pass from Furk down to Grambusch is something he's done on several occasions, but then he overlap runs on the inside, giving Grambusch the return pass if necessary.
Hauke just sinking deep into midfield and almost into a sweeper position there. This is Förster thinking about the crossfield ball, ends up going to Ga Eun-yong, who gets brought down again. Another vicious tackle there on Ga Eun-yong, and another green card for Pakistan. It's number 14, Bhuta, that picks it up. 2 minutes in the sin bin for that tackle.
Well, it's clumsy more than anything. As Ga Eun-yong picks it, there's a reach and a contact, so it's hip to hip. But it looks like Paco Vasquez has then upgraded that from just a personal penalty into a penalty corner. Just because it's a card doesn't mean it has to be a penalty corner. You can split the offences from personal to team. But the green card's been upgraded.
Mohamed Umar Bhuta, 2 minutes in the sin bin for him, and penalty corner number 2 for Germany. Moritz Förster again there at the top of the D. Opted to slip the ball on the first time of asking. What will he do with the second? Will they get a shot on target? Can Germany get their noses in front? Injection comes in. Förster with the flick. Comfortable height for the keeper. Follow up. Just goes wide of the mark. It fell to Velen. Velen shot wide, and it's still 0-0.
Well, it's a straight flick in. There's no real accuracy on it. It's big left hand, but doesn't get round the ball enough to get it clear. Should have gone out to the sides. He swung at it a little bit too quickly, the lack of control, possibly panicked slightly, or the speed caught him out. And then Velen, as it fell to him, just pulled through it past the left post.
Pakistan, in the meantime, belting it back up the other end, and Germany have to start from the back. Remember, Pakistan down to 10 players, so they sit back on a half-court press. Förster invited to bring it all the way up to the halfway line. Arnold now with the cross-field ball that plays in Vinfeder. Förster again. Lots of room here for Germany to operate with that extra man. There's the route one ball, looking for Velen. A little touch on it from the Pakistani number 8, Mohamed Irfan, stepping in front of his player and deflecting it for a long corner. Vesely's ball back through Förster. Here's Vinfeder.
And with a man down, the Pakistani defence has fallen back pretty much to their own 25-yard line.
Hauke now teeing up this chance. Little spin, little deflection in front of goal. Vesely puts Germany ahead. It was well crafted by Germany, built up from the back. Vesely getting the final touch, and Germany have the lead here in the final. It's Germany 1, Pakistan 0.
Patient and precise. Unfortunately, our replay looks to be stuck, but it came in. That was a horrible tackle. All of a sudden, Gommel spins. He knows where his teammates are. Front marking from Pakistan. Poor coach Marcus Weiss delighted as the Germans open their account.
Well, Germany deserved to be ahead here in the second quarter. They had chances in the first quarter to open the scoring. Christopher Vesely has finally got one past the Pakistani goalkeeper Imran Butt. And there is confirmation of his goal on 18 minutes. Vesely giving Germany the lead.
And showing the importance of an international sporting unit to understand positioning instinctively. As soon as that ball was fed in from Gommel, he knew that he had a player outside each post and that he could just push it, not gently as such, but firmly and flat to get the deflection in front of Imran Butt's goal.
Mahmoud, in the meantime, trying to make something of that attack down in the left-hand corner for Pakistan, but Germany doing some great cover work. Moritz Förster just apologising there to Shafkat Rasool. Pakistan back up to full numbers, so Germany also able to capitalise in that period of time when Pakistan were down a player. Arnold now with the room on the left-hand flank, thinks about going the long pass, but instead plays it short and back and round. Good patient stuff again. Zwicker for Germany. Again, an elbow coming in after the tackle and after the pass had been made. Pakistan have to be careful here. That was a Bass again.
They have to play just that little bit smarter. There's a difference between the hip-to-hip, shoulder-to-shoulder aggression that we've seen in defence for some teams, and just pausing. I thought Rua was going to get that, and high forearms, high sticks, which the umpires are going to pick up on as dangerous as opposed to combative.
But now Pakistan up to full numbers. Germany with the all-important number on the board. That is number 1. How many more goals in this game? Feel free to have your predictions at FIH_hockey. And check out our Facebook page as well for all the photos from this 35th edition of the Hero Champions Trophy from Bhubaneswar in India. 11 minutes left to play in the half. Germany 1, Pakistan 0. This is the Pakistani captain now throwing it forward. Imran passes on to Butt, and now the ball is on the right-hand side, but it came off a Pakistani stick. I don't know why he was appealing for that, Kadir. German ball clearly came off his foot. There's Polk. Oh dear. That wasn't in the script. Bin fed a poor first touch.
Not at all. That was one of the first moments just seconds ago when Pakistan have come down that right-hand side to try and create the attacking channels that they favour. They're being forced to their left so much.
Let's take a look back at the German goal, which came on 18 minutes and fell to Christopher Vesely. It was set up here by Gommel.
It was set up by Gommel. It was a hideous tackle on in the first instance, but it's just, look at the positioning. White shirts outside either post, only one Pakistani defender in the front of goal. That could have gone out either side and would have been deflected in easily. Vesely with a fairly simple deflection past Butt in the Pakistan goal.
Germany coming off their indoor season, and that very much an indoor move, isn't it, when you're around the edge of the circle, firing it into the loaded post either side, like you say, left or right, and the ball being deflected home.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike, and that's where Germany have also been strong coming out the bottom pockets. A moment ago we saw them stuck in their own bottom right defence, and there was a fantastic small space interchange of play, and you only get that if you've got the control of playing on the hard floors, linking to each other and knowing that you have to come out of congested space.
Rick Shanaz is certainly going to have his work cut out here this evening. What other advice can he offer from the wings? Ball comes up from Irfan now, trying to find a way down this right-hand channel like they did so successfully against India yesterday. They're not able to break down the Germans as yet. Zwicker comes down the left-hand flank for Germany. Another chance here in front of goal. Onto the backhand, Grambusch's shot takes a deflection from the goalkeeper, who narrowed the angle, and there'll be a long corner for Germany. Ball still alive. Play waved on by the umpire. And Pakistan eventually winning the free hit. Let's have a look at this chance.
Yeah, it goes. It's a lovely ball off the right foot as a push. Here, I think Grambusch had gone one way. He needed to just pull the ball back under his feet. The angle's got too narrow. The goalkeeper's blocked it up very well. I think a spin around his feet for Grambusch would have just delivered it across the face of goal for another potential tip-in.
Well, Florian Fuchs was there on the far post. Would have been his 4th goal in the tournament. 4, the highest amount of goals that's been scored by any player in the tournament so far. Chris Sorrello on 4 goals. Mohammad Irfan here of Pakistan on 4 goals. Florian Fuchs just nipping away at their heels on 3. Prizes and prizes galore to hand out later for such things as goalkeeper of the tournament and hero top scorer and the hero player of the tournament as well. Who's going to be crowned champions though? Will it be Germany or will it be Pakistan? At the moment it's Germany, looking to add their 10th Champions Trophy win to the cards. Especially the goal scorer just enjoying some time back in the dugout. Not in the sin bin, just off at the moment as a substitute for Germany, having scored that goal in 18 minutes. So important that the players get that time to reboost and re-energise and also rehydrate.
Yeah, indeed. We've mentioned it before, but just that 2% drop in body fluid, body weight can have, and there's been studies done on it, massive impact on performance. So they come off and they drink, sometimes just water, sometimes with some electrolytes and minerals and things where the sweat that comes out of the body's washing it clean.
Alka in the meantime wins a free hit for Germany inside the attacking 23. Fancies this, ball comes in having travelled the 5 metres, brought down by Butt and goes off for a long corner.
Nothing to mention, Mike, a lot of these teams have brought young players, and that's another one of the awards that's out there, is for young player of the tournament. The Germans with those 7 people, as you said, I think, from the World Cup under-21 team.
Here is Polk. Germany looking for a foot. It's Pakistan in the end that find the foot of Oruz, one of those newcomers to the German side. It was 1994 the last time these two sides met in the final of the Champions Trophy, and it finished 2-2. And Pakistan winning that on penalties, and that was the last time Pakistan won the Champions Trophy. It was 20 years ago, would you believe it? Here's Fuchs. Sideline ball for Germany. Oh no, his was the final touch. Pakistan ball. 6 minutes remaining then in the first half. Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Pakistan unable in this first half to really create anything. What do they need to do differently?
Well, I can't see, the German press doesn't seem to be offset, so dictating which side the ball can go. It does seem possible for the Germans for the Paks to go one way.
Vellen's got the ball here now, goes to the head of the D, and Hauke misses the target. Well, that was to make it 2, and that too was a gift.
Well, a great interception at centre midfield. It's a little floatable. Hauke's commitment to the run. It wasn't an easy option to finish. It's coming across him and it's bobbling. He just got a top edge, so didn't get it onto Butt's goal. I'd suggest the goalkeeper possibly had it covered.
He could have let it just overrun him slightly and go with the reverse stick. He opted to go on the forehand and try and pump it home first time. Still 1-0 it remains. Germany with all the chances. Don't really think that Nicholas Jacobi's had much to do in the German goal as yet.
No, he hasn't, but there will be a moment because Pakistan will come up that right-hand side. They've got the individual skills to do exactly that. We've seen players such as Kadir and Umar Buta coming through those channels, and then similarly the captain, who has just stepped off the pitch, driving up and smashing the ball into the circle, looking for feet and touches to win the corners that they've executed so well.
Pakistan don't seem to be suffering too much from those 2 suspensions from last night's overexcited celebrations after that win against India. Pakistanis arriving today with flowers. They came bearing those flowers and gifts as a formal apology for some of last night's behaviour for the crowd here in Bhubaneswar. Sure, they've quite forgiven them. Certainly Germany, the favourite side here with the crowd. Here's Moritz Förster, sorry, that's not Förster. It's Muller there at the back in the meantime. Förster over on the right-hand side. This is Vicker.
He's been busy and industrious and effective in midfield, linking in with Hauke, who's been quiet.
There's another card here. This time it's for the Pakistani number 12. Vellen this time tries to hook one back, but deflected off the stick of Shah, and that yellow card shown to Ahmed Shakil Butt.
He wasn't happy. He didn't get himself off the pitch. Suggestion of a lack of discipline because he went towards the umpire to contest the decision. Pakistan now can come away with it because they've won it at centre midfield.
They are down to 10 men again, though. This is the 3rd time they go down to 10. 2 green cards and now their first yellow. But in the sin bin, the number 12 will serve at least 5 minutes for that last challenge.
Not quickly from Zwicker. He's just been done by a fantastic bit of skill from Rasool. Shafkat Rasool going backwards and forwards and then attacking the left foot space.
This is where they looked dangerous yesterday, Pakistan, as they look again to get that ball in. It was Moritz Förster that gets an important touch to take it across the baseline for a long corner.
What he's screaming at is he's screaming for his left forward, for Vellen to come back into that defensive zone. It just puts an extra man in there, which, if you've got that extra player, as soon as the Pakistani stick comes up to start to hit the delivery, you can get the extra man to jab in.
Now, talking of jabs, there's a little bit of jabbing going on inside the circle. Hauke on the P spot, just being spoken to there by the Dutch umpire Koen van Bunge. Run straight into danger by Rasool and run out now by Germany through Gommel. Good skills from Gommel. Welcome to the international squad, and he made light work there of the Pakistani defence, eventually putting it on the foot of Syed Shah.
And that fluctuated between being under control fantastically and being under his feet slightly. He managed to get it out in front, and then the balance and poise he showed to one hand rotate the ball in field. Superb to watch.
Hauke now on the left for Germany, back through Förster. That's Winfeder. Good skip pass to Furt, gives them a bit more space to operate. Vellen's up front on the left of your picture that you can't quite see, making the lead run. Back to Furt.
Sensible from Furt because he looked up and he saw that there was a cross-field ball out to right half, but it was going through contested channels.
Wonderful first touch from Winfeder that brought it infield, sets up this chance. There's a shot on target, falls for Vellen and swept off the line. And it was dangerous, that shot from Vellen, says the umpire. So clearly the shot here not on target.
Yeah, as it comes in, the backhand shot, Imran Butt gets a foot to it, doesn't get it clear. Belen's going across goal, he's trying to go far corner, but because it's away from the target, backhand in and save, that's going away from the target. You can see it going pretty much straight towards teammate Goyan Long, which is why that Pakistan come away from that passage play with the ball.
Initial shot from Jonas Gommel. Belen unable to get the follow-up on target. Still 1-0 it remains, and you've got to say Germany could have put this game to bed already. They've had 3 or 4 really good chances in the first half. As it stands, just the 1 goal in it, which means Pakistan's hopes of winning a first Champions Trophy since 1994 are still very much alive. A little ball through the legs from Rizwan Senior. Gets the 1-2. Bayan Young. It's the foul. Pakistan again blast the ball in to the circle. This time it was a one-touch from Förster, again taking it for a sideline ball.
And how well does he police that line to goal? Always seems to be in the right place.
Yeah, Förster at the heart of the defence. He's had a good first half. Still a long way to go. Still some tugging going on inside the circle, which the umpire doesn't like. It's a last warning for both players, you've got to think, as they shake hands there. But that is just some nudging off the ball, which Moritz Polk is involved in, alongside Kadir. Kadir looking to add to his tally of 3 goals in the tournament. There's the hooter then, and that is half-time here between Germany and Pakistan in the final. A winning half for Germany, but still 30 minutes left to play. Half-time score here is Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Long way still to go in this, and Pakistan have managed to stay in touch with Germany, the Olympic champions. And you've got to say, Mace, that Germany had the best of those chances in the first half.
Well, pretty much all of them, didn't they? They've been patient and precise when they passed the ball into the circle. They've recycled it around the back, and Pakistan are being made to feed on scraps. They can't get the ball to the areas of the pitch where they've had outcomes in the past.
Make sure you come back and join us for all the second half action. Who is going to be champion in the 2014 Hero Champions Trophy? At half-time, Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Welcome back to the final game of the Hero Champions Trophy 2014. It's half-time between our two finalists, Germany and Pakistan, and Christopher Wesley has given Germany the lead inside that first half. 18 minutes he scored, and India, well, they're behind Germany because their opponents this evening are Pakistan, who beat India yesterday by 4-3. It went right to the wire. Pakistan winning in the final 2 or 3 minutes. They had a quarter-final win too against the Netherlands 4-2. Germany have played the better hockey in the first half. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from it. This is Florian Fuchs coming down that right-hand channel and took the shot himself, actually. Shot wide in the end of Imran Butt's goal. Moritz Förster has played well at the back for Germany, been marshalling his troops in front of him, and this certainly the best chance, and Wesley wasn't going to miss that. Well positioned on the far post from Jonas Gommel's ball in. Christopher Wesley getting Germany out in front on 18 minutes. That's the 105th goal of the Champions Trophy. There's another searching ball, and this time Velen could have added a second. That was Grambusch's shot. Mats Grambusch on the reverse stick. Again, Germany coming forward. There is Velen with that pass to Hulker. That, you could argue, could be 3. But as it stands, just the 1 goal in the half. And look at the dominance of Germany there. You can look at it in possession, and that really tells the tale in itself, doesn't it, Simon?
It does a little bit, but we've had possession stats like that, but equality across circle penetrations. We even saw that in the bronze medal game to an extent. One of the biggest stats there is that 66% possession for Germany, 8 circle penetrations and 6 shots, great conversion. Pakistan, they've got in the German D once. Jacobi could have sat on his backboard and made himself a cup of tea during the course of that game.
And the tea here is exceptional. The Germans have the Indian crowd behind them. There we go. Oh, you've got to love that, right? These guys have gone away, taken the time to paint their flag today and come out here to support Germany. There's the Barmy Army. Good seats for this final, the final game of the Hero Champions Trophy 2014. Who's going to win this then? Germany ranked number 3 in the world, Pakistan ranked number 11. And it'll all be decided inside the next 30 minutes. Probably best to get some reaction from the Pakistani camp. Pakistan trailing here by 1-0 at half-time. Here's their coach, Sheikh Shahnaz, with Dubai Sen.
Shahnaz bhai, in both previous knockout matches, you've come back from a goal down, so surely you would have told the boys that they can do it again?
Inshallah ta'ala, they will do it again, because of that first half or second half belong to Germany, you know. No, the third and fourth, you will see that we have changed the strategy, and we are starting to play an attacking game, and we will come back, inshallah.
Some of the best teams always attack, or rather begin their attack from defense, and that you'll be pleased because Imran Butt has had a very good game so far.
Oh, today, you know, because in the modern hockey, you know, the goalkeeper played that very important role, you know that, and we believe in Imran, and he is doing well. But I told my the forward line, my player, you know, who was in the front, that how long he can defend you, you know, you do something, you know, and they have promised to me, you know that.
Well, all the best for the second 30 minutes. You know that your entire nation is behind you.
Thank you very much for it.
We heard there from the coach that he's going to change his strategy here in the second half after being outplayed by Germany in the first. What's he going to change, Mace?
Well, reading between those lines, he's just said the forwards have to do something in a situation where they can't rely on the goalkeeper and the defence for this second half. The forwards have to get the ball, move it through dangerous channels, get something into the German circle just to create some opportunity.
Well, 30 seconds to go until pushback. Tobias Hulker and Germany 1-0 up after that first half. Pakistan with it all to do in the second if they're to get back into this game. Silver the worst they can do here today, but they want to go for gold and they want to reclaim the Champions Trophy. Remember, Pakistan, the first ever winners of the Champions Trophy back in 1978. Pakistan to get us underway in the second half then, playing from right to left, the green shirts. Aerial ball coming in first there from Irfan, their top goal scorer, 4 goals from him. No penalty corners for Pakistan inside this first half of the game. We've seen Germany with 2 chances, but only able to convert 1 goal in open play from Christopher Vesely. That goal coming on 18 minutes, and that's the only goal that separates these 2 sides. We're into the 3rd quarter, and there are just under 15 minutes to play. 15 minutes of it to play. That's a tongue twister. Simon Mason, over to you.
Indeed, and if the pushback is anything to go from Germany issuing a statement of intent as the ball went backwards, they threw a 5-man press up against the Pakistani backline, meaning that Pakistan just had to take the ball down, aerial over the top, so Germany got possession back straight away.
Germany still able to find space with the goal scorer Vesely. He's got Arnold outside to his right. Fuchs just ahead of him, picks it up on the baseline, but there's not really too much space for him to operate there. Gets the rebound off Rizwan Senior's stick. Here's Arnold again, slaps it this time with the skip pass out to his teammate Muller. Route 1 ball comes in, good power behind that, and the deflection over the bar. It was Ruhr again who had 2 really good chances in the first half, and he starts strong as well in the second.
Well, it's a Hauckers under the arm ball with the deception. It's been read by Ruhr. Not great defending in front of Ruhr from Rashid. Just up over the top of Butt's crossbar.
I mean, I'm just flabbergasted that Germany aren't more goals in front here. They really should have put this game to bed. And the longer this game gets stretched out at 1-0, the more chance Pakistan will have of feeling confident enough to get back into it. And it just requires one bit of individual skill, and they're up the right end now to draw level with 2 minutes gone in the second half. Again, the ball comes back through Irfan, and the direct ball doesn't find any contact with any green shirts. Germany have the ball back with a 16-yard hit.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. If you look at how Pakistan have played, their successes have been down to individual moments of brilliance, so it almost plays into their hands the longer that they can keep it tight, because they're not going to get 10 chances. They're not going to suddenly, despite what the coach says, change their tactics and unpick the German defence 15 times in this half. They'll get a couple of opportunities where they eliminate and break into space, and that's when Germany could be made to pay for the number of opportunities they've missed in the early stages of this game.
Germany and Pakistan, who faced each other 28 times previously in the Champions Trophy. Germany winning 12 of those, Pakistan 11, and there's been 5 draws. Remember, if there's a draw at the end of regulation time here, we'll go into a shootout where 5 players will be selected, and they'll have 8 seconds to go one-on-one with the goalkeeper to try and score that shootout. Haven't seen one in the final stages of the competition today, at least. That could be an interesting way to decide who is the Champions Trophy winner 2014. Here are Pakistan again, this time the ball with Waqas as he tries to come out. Did of course happen in the Women's Champions Trophy last week.
It did indeed, and it crowned a career for Luciana Aymar, whose Argentina finished as winners of that Champions Trophy through that shootout. And recognised as one of the world's best players, finishing at home with a win.
Hashtag was it or wasn't it?
I wasn't going to bring it up. Absolutely.
Check out the highlights on the FIH website, fih.ch, if you missed anything from the Champions Trophy in Mendoza. And of course, if you missed anything here from the Hero Champions Trophy in Bhubaneswar. It's been quite a week. And this, the final here, day 6, match 6. And in the final, it's Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Pakistan enjoying a nice little spell of possession. That ball up dangerously, it'll be German ball. Not able to do much or anything, in fact, with it when they get into those dangerous areas up the field.
No, but at least they're getting there. That suggests that they have changed something. They're able to get into those spaces. They held the ball there for 15, 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds longer than they did in the first half. So if they can get to there every now and again, the backhand delivery is always far harder and more susceptible to being lifted. But they've got some players who really can deliver rasping hit balls into the circle, and that's where they'll want to get to.
A couple of years ago in the 2012 Champions Trophy, Germany lost by 2-1 in the quarter-final stages. First to scoring that day, and Abbasi too. Great, powerful Abbasi of Pakistan getting 2 goals on the day. He's no longer in the side. The Germans look to make it 2, and that is a clean tackle, a very good tackle from Ahmed Shakil Butt.
Well, last ditch, and I think Butt manages to get that onto the foot of the German forward. That's a little overlap ball, nicely done between Pakistan players. Shan, for starters, leaving it for Qadir.
Drive forward down the left-hand flank from Rizwan. He is still in possession of the ball. Doesn't have any support, so has to lay it off to Rashid Mahmoud. Rizwan takes a little slip there, gains his feet back, and then Fuchs gets something on it. The ball's bobbling around inside the circle now. Pakistan trying to get a forward ball, and into the foot. No, Förster covers it. And Germany come away with it. It's Hauke now that spreads the ball out to Velen. Velen driving down the left-hand flank, going one-on-one with Irfan.
How did Rizwan Senior stay on his feet for starters? Then the ball onto the baseline for the spin. First, just a little bit too experienced, though his defensive line's too good, because the spin delivery on that Pakistani attack was designed just to get the defence moving, get their sticks up and their feet exposed.
Germany then still in control of this game. They've had 3 or 4 goals they should have converted. They've nudged home just once. A little deflection in front of the goalkeeper from Christopher Vesely. But you've got to say, Pakistan, they're contending a lot more in this second half for sure. They're making a bit more of a game of it and forcing Germany all over the park here. Can they keep them out? That's the question. Förster will have the ball here on the right-hand side. He's got Arnold in front of him over on the right. Dips in, little Megs there, through the legs from Arnold. No advantage from the foot, which he got just outside the circle. 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. There's a loaded D for Germany. Arnold needs to get this shot in. There he goes. What a wonderful take that was. Could have ricocheted off in any direction, and Pakistan keeping cool, calm heads at the back. And again, just in ping-pong fashion, just dotting it around the German players there, down in their defensive left-hand corner.
That was an exceptional take in front of Imran Butt. It was driven in, a rocket-like smash from the right-hand side. And that's when, as a defender, you've got to be on your toes. If your weight is either too far forward or backwards, particularly backwards, stick face opens and it pops up for corners. You've got to have soft hands and cushion it despite the power of the hit.
We talked about some of those tactical changes, or the coach did specifically of Pakistan, Sheikh Shanaz. Is there anything that you can visibly see here from how Pakistan is setting up? That's a good interception from Rizwan Jr.
Not right now. It's not like they're committing 2 forwards. They're only leaving 1 forward high. That is different, but it's central down the middle of the pitch. So he suggested they hold high. What they might do is throw space ball down the right-hand side for that high forward to lead out to that right-hand pocket.
Defensively, though, Pakistan working hard, covering that line to goal, and there are at least 6 shirts between the Germans and the goal, and Pakistan coming away from it with the ball, having won that free hit.
Yeah, it's the ball that comes out to Arnold. He drives it in off the front foot. That take, it's a little bobbling ball. Look at the back post. Fuchs is there waiting for it to get through. Taken down fantastically well by Ashraf.
There is Ashraf trying to get involved in this counter-attack now. It's Dilbert driving the ball forward. Goes to the backhand. There's the shot. There was a whistle just before that, actually, before the cross came in. So we're coming back for the foul, which was blown up by the umpire this side, Koen van Bungi. And Pakistan will have another go at it. A bit more space here now for Rizwan Senior. Blocked by Grambusch. Germany back in numbers. Nothing too high. Velen was the highest of the German players. Good jab tackle from Vinfeder.
Paco Vasquez calling down the middle of the circle, just in the middle of the shot there. 2 players. Hauke has been having a quiet word with Umar Buta.
Well, Buta already has a green card and doesn't want to shake hands there with Tobias Hauke. Still going on at the umpire. That's not going to do him any favours. Crack on, son.
Hauke's defending his space.
Still it goes on.
Yeah, he's not looking. Hauke's not looking at the ball. Hauke's looking at his man, making eye contact, so forcing his opposite number to change his attacking line.
Look at that. That's a great contest. If you were to ever watch, as they do in soccer sometimes, players and what they do across the park, Tobias Hauke marking his man, tight as he possibly can legally there. Still Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Inside the final 5 minutes of quarter 3, then we'll have a final period of 15 minutes to decide who is going to be the champion, the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy 2014.
And Germany exhibiting a different kind of defence to some other teams. A really tight man-to-man, allowing Maurice Förster the free reigning role as a sweeper or a libero in front of that back three. It's not the Australian style of a zone front marking and protecting space. The German back three absolutely on the shoulder of their opposite number.
Rashid Mahmoud spreads this one, and then there's a ball one. That was route one in from Imran. Pakistan have the ball. Much better third quarter for Pakistan, got to be said. They're contesting, and that's what it's all about. A goal here would certainly get them back on track. Can come straight in. Finds Grambush that direct ball in from Imran. Here come Pakistan again. Another loose ball off the back foot, and this time it took a deflection for a long corner.
Somehow Förster got back with his stick and not his feet. It's been driven in. Pakistan now more green waves as they come forward. They're able to get into those advanced positions. Getting into the circle a moment ago. How Förster got himself forward into the way of that shot on target, I don't know.
This the best phase of play for Pakistan. Again, another one comes in, goal bam. This time it deflects up off Tilt Arnold, the German defender, just in front of Ali Shan.
How just carpet dribbling it. He was practicing his own living room along the baseline before gently flicking it free on the reverse.
Well, Germany having to back off the 5 metres there, and that was an important touch from Förster, who just changed the direction of the ball. It'll be a sideline ball, this near touchline for Pakistan. Again, quickly drilling it over. There's a little touch just here from Förster.
Yeah, that was the one that pops up off Tilt Arnold for Förster to clear. The last passage play I thought had hit Förster's foot in circle.
Backstick shot across the face of goal. Jacobi was outstretched, and this one just goes wide. How close was this from this angle?
Well, it's a great first touch, open stick across the D. That wasn't very far away. I think the goalkeeper had it covered. It's a squeeze shot in. I think if that had been on target, big green flailing stick of the big green goalkeeper would have picked it out inside that right-hand post.
Shafkat Rasool coming close for Pakistan, and you've got to say that's their best chance of the game so far. It wasn't on target. Did force Nicholas Jacobi to take a bit of air. Dayong Leung. Seen too much of him in this second half. Gets fouled there, and Zwicker will take. Here's Wesley, the goal scorer, going on 18 minutes for the Germans. Germany now losing or using a little bit of extra space over on that left-hand flank. Benedikt Fürk over there steps back, and Germany recycle the ball.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Dayong Leung, purely because the Germans haven't had much ball this third quarter. Coach Sheikh Shanaz suggested that things were going to change. Not quite sure what has, other than Pakistan have just played that much better and kept the ball for much longer periods, and they've really put pressure on the German backline, and it's that sustained pressure that leads to errors in any team defence. You can cope with once or twice, but once you get to a point when it's 5, 6, 7 recycles of play, it's really difficult to continue to be perfect.
And if it was a boxing match, you've got to say the points go Pakistan's way in this quarter.
In this quarter they do, and Germany, as you've alluded to, should have been out of sight on points or goals after those first 2 quarters. Pakistan slowly coming back into it and slugging it out.
Yeah, 2 chances for Christopher Ruhr inside the first quarter. Christopher Wesley, the only German able to score today, with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. It's Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Rizwan Senior again skips inside his man and now plays the ball through his captain Imran. Pakistan coming down the right-hand flank now with Irfan's ball forward. The first touch wasn't great from Rizwan Jr. This is Wesley. Little chip over the stick there. That was a tiny bit of skill to give himself some space. Can't skip the second tackle though. And here come Pakistan. Numbers forward, 4 on 3. Space outside on the left for Shan. Overlapping run from Rizwan Senior. Just keeps his footing that time round. And this is Mahmoud. Back to Rizwan Senior. First time ball in, covered by Förster. Gets his eyes up.
Oh, that's very nearly. Rizwan Senior's picked the pocket of Förster. There was a stick tackle to start with as Förster come out the circle, and he'll probably go to the overhead. Looks for some space.
Yeah, I thought that tackle was clean from the way I saw it from Rizwan Senior. There's the hooter, end of the third quarter. Still only 1 goal in it. Germany lead here in the final. It's Germany 1, Pakistan 0. there is confirmation of that scoreline, and there is the goal scorer just leaving the left of your screen there. Christopher Wessely, the German number 10. There's Grambusch. He's been involved in some of the tidy passages of play that Germany had in the first quarter, but that third quarter, you've got to say, goes Pakistan's way. I thought they were the better of the two sides, to be honest.
Almost in its entirety, they held the ball that much better, and the last probably 45 seconds highlights what they started doing, which was passing to each other. There was a 6, 7, 8 pass interchange with players running off shoulders, drop ball, dump ball, nothing overly flamboyant, but certainly continued the momentum of the attack.
Well, what surprises lie ahead? Pakistan beat Germany in the quarter-final match of the 2012 Champions Trophy. How will things shape up here as we enter the final quarter in 2014? So 15 minutes left, 15 minutes left to impact the game. Which players are going to step up to the mark, either from Germany or from Pakistan? The crowd here, they've seen a very open-ended game, both sides with chances. Germany with the best, though.
Yeah, and I think they just need to revert to the full press they were doing. They were throwing a midfielder to create a four-man front line and offset to create some pressure on specific spaces. Pakistan can be manipulated. They play very well in those little interchanges going forwards, but if they can be forced in their deep defence to go long, big hits and overheads, the Germans can win possession back and start to re-exert some pressure.
In the 2012 edition of the Champions Trophy, Germany finished 6th. Pakistan took home a bronze medal in Melbourne. They need to get a goal back here if they're going to take home the gold medal in India. There's where we are then, entering the fourth quarter. It's Germany 1, Pakistan 0. Christopher Wessely, the German forward number 10, scoring for Germany on 18 minutes. And Pakistan pick up where they left off. There is Wessely, though, with an important tackle back there in his defensive 23. Releases Christopher Ruhr, the FIH Junior Player of the Year in 2013. Whistle has gone. Wessely will take the ball just outside the attacking 23 now for Germany. The goal away to their right-hand side as we look at it.
Great interchange of signals between Fuchs and Ruhr. As Ruhr came forward, Fuchs led right to left out to the corner flag and signalled behind him to tell Ruhr where to run, where the space would be. He didn't want the ball. Selfless running. Sometimes you have to do a run to not get the pass, but to create space.
Some disappointing results for Germany this year, and they really are a team that are rebuilding. They're finishing in the World Cup 6th place behind Belgium, who beat them 4-2 for 6th place, but they are the 4-time Olympic champions and 9 times winners of the Champions Trophy. Can they make it 10? Germany at the moment, good for the win.
Well, we'll wait and see if that back three rotation is something that happens consistently, because First has gone out to left defender, left half, however you want to call it, and Hauck has dropped into centre-back. In doing so, it changes First's passing lines. It gives you a more angled pass into the heart of the circle and easier deflections on the forehand if your forwards get the right runs.
Interception here for Germany, driving forward to the top of the circle, all the way forward, penalty corner earned by Timur Aruz. He just set off there at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm not really sure Pakistan have anything too much to complain about there. From this angle, that looked like a clear foot in the D.
Well, to me, if that's been given as a foot, I'm not sure it was a foot, Mike. I think it's been given for a stick tackle. It hits Aruz's foot.
Okay.
If Ambungi's given this for a foot against Pakistan, I'm not convinced there is one.
It's good.
Let's listen in.
Pakistan are claiming that they didn't hit the stick of the Germany attacker. Can you please?
So we are in fact checking to see if this was a stick tackle, not a foot inside the circle. There's the drive, and was there an offence in there? That looks like a stick challenge, doesn't it?
That does look like a stick tackle to me at first sight. You've got an immediate appeal, but is there any contact? This will give us a better angle. I don't think there's any contact there. That's a stick underneath a stick. I'm not sure there's actually any contact. We obviously can't hear how that is, but watch the stick. There's contact on the back. I don't think he hits the stick at all. He's gone underneath it. The other angle suggests there was contact, but it's gone underneath and hit his shin pads.
Is that not still a form of obstruction anyway, where he comes in there and stops him in his tracks with the ball onto the shin pads?
I don't debate that at all, and it depends on the interpretation from video umpire. If he specifically looks at, is it a stick tackle, I don't think there's stick contact. However, you could suggest it's obstruction because it's gone across his legs and missed the ball.
These are great slow-mo angles that we're getting from our TV crew here, who've been superb for the whole week.
And Pakistan lose their referral. Thanks, Andrew.
Pakistan are going to lose their referral here, and the penalty corner will stand. It's penalty corner number 3 for Moritz Förster and penalty corner number 3 for Germany. Pakistan losing their referral. There is confirmation of that. The red dot next to their name up in the top left-hand corner of your screen. 13 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the final of the Champions Trophy. This to make it 2-0. Laid on a plate. Good running from Pakistan's #1 runner, who was Irfan. He was first to the ball and he broke down that play. That means Pakistan now counter-attack and a chance to level here inside the circle. Oh, just lose control of it. It's gone across the baseline, and that was a really good opportunity to counter-attack from that penalty corner.
Oh, what a waste of an opportunity. The corner comes out and they get this breakaway. That first touch is just dreadful at this level. You had every opportunity, 3 players in front of the goal.
It was Kadir, Mohammed Aslan Kadir, who has 3 goals in the tournament, that wasn't able to bring it under control in the German D. Tobias Hauke now has the ball pinched off him, and it's Rasul that drives forward onto the backhand, thinks about going, keeps it strong, looks for the deflection.
Oh, it's another chance gone.
That is the best chance of the quarter. It goes Pakistan's way, and Waqas this time missing the deflection.
This is incredibly unselfish. Great ball across the circle. Look at the 2 players. They get in each other's way. There's a lack of vision. They've both led for the same ball into the post rather than staying out and diving forward onto it.
Germany then throwing a lifeline. Pakistan really should have drawn level there. It's still Germany 1, Pakistan 0. We're inside the final 12 minutes of this final of the Hero Champions Trophy between Germany and Pakistan, and the game really just starting to kick to life now.
Yeah, this spin and pass is exactly right, but both players are in the same place. They need to be offset more, one person more on the penalty spot. If you had a forward on the penalty spot, shoulder to shoulder, they can go forehand and dive into that deflection.
Grand's a big fan of hockey. I think she could have nudged that one home. How costly will it be? Germany 1, Pakistan 0. If it remains that scoreline, then Germany will be crowned champions for the first time since 2007. That's 7 years ago since they last won it. Here's Velen for Germany. Got to say, another goal would do it for the Germans, and here is going to be that chance to Zvika. A good tackle again from Pakistan, back this time through Dilba, who made the cover tackle. Pakistan don't want to give up soft possession here, and they retain it and win the free hit.
It's unusually scrappy from Germany. They're getting counter-attacked against because they're dwelling on the ball slightly too long. They've come away from the deep transfers they've been able to do through defence and midfield. Pakistan have thrown 2 men very, very high, and it's affected the defensive shape of Germany.
Pakistan here, the 3 times winner of the Champions Trophy, but last won it in 1994 in Lahore on home soil. And remember, the first ever winners in 1978 of the Champions Trophy, now in its 35th edition here in India. Here's Hauke for Germany, peels out and round first, who's had a quiet second half. A few defensive touches. No doubt Pakistan are going to get a few more bites at the cherry. Vinfeder thinks about going to air and does. Can he lob Pakistani's Mahmood? No, he can't. Mahmood brings it down, bit of pressure from Grambush, and the free hit one by Mahmood. Good skills to keep that under control.
Very good skills, and probably a little disappointed the whistle went as quickly as it did, because there was definite advantage.
Route 1 ball was fruity. Still Pakistan with some work to do here. Getting it into the circle though, and Arnold getting the ball under control for Germany. Came out through that right outlet. It's Velen that lays the ball off, and Zvika thinks about a little spin. It's Oruz who's made that strong line to run to goal as he's got Furk in front of him. Oruz just hanging off his shoulder. There's a chance, a little deflection away from goal, and it'll be a sideline ball which Christopher Ruhr will take now for Germany.
Well, this is a different Pakistan team that's come out for this second half. I thought the third quarter might be just a little bit of an anomaly with the Germans just not playing particularly well, but all of a sudden they've stepped out in a much more aggressive press, putting the Germans under pressure, just giving them even 1 or 2 seconds less time to make the passes, and it's really affected how well they can get the ball into midfield.
Hauke now taking on the Pakistani defence, can't thread his ball through to Grambush, who was inside the circle. Burke gives chase, and now Imran will try and get rid of it. There's the ball here with Abbas, intercepted by Grambush. This is Oruz again. not scared of running a goal, and there's a little deflection, just wide of the goal. How on earth did they miss there? It bounced back to Velen. He thought he'd done enough to tuck it into the bottom corner. Another little jab home. And that really would have sealed it, I think, for Germany. And that must have missed by a matter of inches.
That's the most random bit of goalkeeping I've seen for a long time. That's a goalkeeper with full pads and kickers deciding to try and make a tackle with his stick.
Ball to Furk, inside the circle again. This to make it two. There's a foot there. It's come off the Pakistani defender's foot, and it'll be another penalty corner for Germany. Can they seal it this time from the penalty corner? Well, Pakistan just under the cosh here a little bit.
Yeah, it's defender on to defender. Unfortunately, it's a good tackle, but Irfan unable to get his feet out of the way. He didn't know it was coming.
Tried to jump it. Here's the previous chance.
This is a great ball in front. He's just Imran Butt just swung at the ball twice. Velen couldn't believe where the ball was coming from. Just needed to jab it away from the goalie. It was an empty net.
Muller jogs over to the injection spot. That's Moritz Förster to the left of your picture. Arnold away behind him. Förster's taken everyone so far. It comes his way again. This to make it two. A deflection save from the goalkeeper, who was low to his right. Imran Butt steering it away for a long corner. Germany still keep coming forward. It's Oruz this time, now into the circle again, looking for another penalty corner or even goal. And it's Grambush that picks up the attack. Flat stick tackle from Pakistan. Anyway through, looking for a foot. It's a long corner, says the umpire.
Well, everybody stopped for a moment thinking that the ball was going to be blown one way or the other, and it ended up almost a bully, stick to stick, strength dictating who came away with it.
Are Germany going to come away with the win? There's 7.5 minutes left for Pakistan to get into this game. They've played much better in this second half, that's for sure, but they're on the back foot at the moment, and that ball off target. We'll take a look back at the most previous chance for Germany from the penalty corner.
Sheikh Shanaz said he trusted his goalkeeper getting down to that. Look at the deflection chance for Halka. He's gone in flat, hoping the ball hits his stick and pops over the top of the goalkeeper.
Certainly looks what they were like to play for that ball. That ball into the P spot for Tobias Halka, unable to get anything on it. Germany 1, Pakistan 0, inside the final 7 minutes now. And this is where Pakistan have looked dangerous all tournament, down the right-hand flank. Here they come again with Rasool.
Rasool thought he should have got the ball, but Jones in the end first dummies the long pass and then just drops it under his arm. He's probably done it about a dozen times during the course of this tournament, every single time, and you just can't read him. He nearly goes for the dangerous pass under his arm.
Förster thought about it. It's Rasool that's hunting him down. Förster with not too many options. Zwicker closest to him. Germans just playing short, sharp passes. Eventually it comes out, and now Germany can attack down the right-hand flank where they have got acres of space. This is Florian Fuchs. Ball back to Vesely, who gets a little nudge there, keeps going. Complete open space, goes himself. Far post was Vesely. Ruhr lobbing it over his way and almost creeping it in the far corner of the net.
What a finish this would have been. The balance of Ruhr to go through that tackle. Now he tries to go over into the top corner. It misses by a fraction. Years ago, saw Jamie Dwyer drive in from exactly that same angle. A little flick over the goalkeeper's left shoulder. The unexpected shot, all of a sudden paying dividends, and that was nearly identical.
And nearly goal of the tournament. Germany looking to extend their lead here, but they are on the back foot now as we approach the 5.5 minute mark. 5.5 minutes left for Pakistan as they thump one in. A little deflection away on the reverse stick from Moritz Förster. Guyon Leung comes away with it. What a great turn of pace he's got down that left-hand flank, and he has support in the form of Vinfeder.
There's an attempted dink inside. The defender didn't move. He didn't read that at all. All of a sudden, Shah was able to just pick the ball and come away, so Pakistan retain possession but can get numbers forward.
Yeah, it was Gommel actually that gave up possession there for Germany, and now the Germans going toe-to-toe down that right-hand flank. It's Wakas that picks up the attack, and nothing coming on of it, and again it's another missed opportunity for Pakistan with the ball going across the baseline.
But what's interesting to see is that now they get into the latter stages, it's almost let's throw everything at it. Early on in the game they sort of didn't believe that they could create opportunities, so they didn't commit men forwards. Now all of a sudden, when they're in this effectively no-lose scenario, they need to get a goal to get back into the game. But if they played like this from the very first minute, they're not conceding lots of chances at the other end, and they're creating far more meaningful possession.
Remember, they scored in the final 3 minutes of the game against India last night to take the win. So expect Pakistan to come all the way here, charging, throwing everything forward. There's a backhand shot, which Jacobi had to stand up to and just pads up and sends off for a long corner.
That his first touch?
I think it might have been. He hasn't had too much to do, has he, in the German goal, but still 4 minutes left. Can he keep a clean sheet? We're going to see a green card here for the German number 16. This is for the shoving on the edge of the circle, and that is Pilt Arnold pushing there with Wakas in the circle. So Germany go down to 10 players for the next 2 minutes.
Förster immediately realigning his midfield defence, pulling somebody in tight to cover Arnold's lines. He's going to have to be more aggressive when he steps out. There's going to be a few more gaps.
Pakistan looking to find a ball through one of those gaps. That's all it'll take. One attack, 3.5 minutes left. There's a ball into the top of the circle. Still not clear. Pakistan will have another chance at it. They try the reverse stick pass. Förster there, though, wins the free hit and will go to air. Blinds Florian Fuchs, brings it down. He's going to be one-on-one at the back here. Onto the reverse stick, swivels inside, lets it go and scores! Germany have done it! They find the second goal. And that could be the championship. It's Germany 2, Pakistan 0.
Talk about route one. Förster doesn't even wait for the ball to be stopped. He goes for the overhead from the 16, having won the ball on the top of his own circle. He sees the gap. Förster acknowledging the crowd.
Well, it's Fuchs with the finish. There was Förster's aerial all the way. Finds his teammate in acres of space, and this is where the damage was done. On the swivel, on the pull, bull twang. That is hockey.
What a finish. That's where a class 4 recognises the defender is overcommitted. Look at that. That couldn't... If he'd picked that up and put it in the goal, he couldn't have put it in a better place.
A fourth goal in the tournament for Florian Fuchs. It comes on 57 minutes. And I think they might have just done it here, Germany, with 3 minutes remaining. Is there a way back for Pakistan? 2 goals required if they're to take it to a shootout. They'll still continue to throw everything forward. Nothing to lose here now. There's a deflection. Goal bandits come up off the keeper. Advantage played, and a deflection for a long corner. So 2.5 minutes to go. Tobias Hawker there in the midfield, but in the heart of Germany's defence. Germany have won the ball back. Now first they're trying to get the crowd going on this near touchline. Look at him, the German captain is pumped and using the Indian crowd to his advantage. They're behind Germany every step of the way in this final. After Pakistan knocked out India in the semi-final stages yesterday, Germany their adopted country for this final. 2 minutes remaining. Germany 2, Pakistan 0. Goals for Vesely and more recently Florian Fuchs. Here come Pakistan again. It's Shah who play the ball back through Imran.
And not to forget, the Germans were down to 10 men during the course of that passage of play when they scored. So no surprise that it was just Fuchs left alone up front to receive the pass.
Backstick ball in. Little push in the back there from Förster, who brings the number 10 crashing down. Rasool earning the penalty corner for Pakistan. And still a chance here. If Pakistan can get one back here, remember the clock stops for 40 seconds. There will still be enough time on the clock for them to go back and get a second. Far from over.
Yeah, and that's not a subtle push from Förster, who has been exceptional during the course of this game, but he's arrived late. All of a sudden, that's not a particularly good tackle. I'm surprised. He could have seen a card from that quite easily.
There's the 4 defenders alongside Nicholas Jacobi for Germany. Remember, Pakistan, a formidable attack at the head of the D. Mohammed Imran, the captain there. Mohammed Irfan, 4 goals in the tournament. These two have orchestrated all the attacks from the top of the D for Pakistan. Can they draw one back here in the final quarter of the final? Oh, no, they can't. It bubbles and Germany will counter-attack. Moritz Förster has Grambusch ahead of him. 2 German strikers now, Zwicker and Fuchs in the centre. 1-2 as they try and work it around, and it bobbles high and wide of Zwicker, who now gets the ball back under control. We're in the final minute here. Germany 2, Pakistan 0. The closing stages of the 2014 Hero Hockey Champions Trophy from Bhubaneswar in India.
Well, Pakistan probably didn't deserve that bobble emotionally. They'd done everything to get back into this game in the third and fourth quarters. They'd won the corner that if they'd scored would have made an exciting last 60 seconds. As it is, that German counter-attack probably took enough time out the clock.
Yeah, time is bleeding away, and sadly for Pakistan, they're not going to do it. They were looking to regain the Champions Trophy after 20 long years. One final ball into the D, though, and a deflection there steers it wide of Jacobi's goal. And the crowd to their feet for the final few seconds. Everyone around the stadium here at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar has been behind Moritz Förster's Germany. Counting down now the final few seconds. Some excited youngsters too in the crowd. What a tournament it's been. And Germany become champions in 2014. Germany regaining the championship. The last time they won it was in 2007. They're champions again 7 years later, regaining the championship from Australia, who've won it for the last 5 Champions Trophies. It is Germany who become the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy champions 2014. Let the celebrations begin. Final score here, Germany 2, Pakistan 0. What about that for a game then, Mace? Absolute thriller.
Well, the Germans started well. They took the first 2 quarters in terms of points. Pakistan came back into it at the end. We thought they might get something out of it, but it's the Germans who finish well.
Finish well and finish strong. There is the full-time score. The Germans are champions. It's finished Germany 2, Pakistan 0. Well, look at that. We are getting set for the post-match presentations here, so do make sure you stick around for those. Loads of prizes to be handed out, including the trophy, which was first handed out in 1978. It went Pakistan's way. They got close here today against Germany, their competitors, but the European side and Olympic champions showing their very best with a young squad. Remember, they've come out here, they didn't have the best of starts to the tournament, but boy, did they finish strong.
They were exceptional. The growth that they showed as a team during the course of this competition in the games that really mattered. The pools were like a learning experience. Against England, Hauke and Förster stepped forward and started to dominate, and then the link started to begin. You could see the understanding between players like Zvicka, who played brilliantly tonight, stepping forwards, creating the interchanges that allowed the forwards more freedom to create the opportunities that won games.
A quarter-final win then for Germany against England, a semi-final win against Australia, and now a win in the final against Pakistan, their opponents. A well-contested match, and Germany rightful victors. They could have put it to bed in the first quarter with numerous chances for Christopher Wesley, putting Germany ahead on 18 minutes before Florian Fuchs finished up in the final quarter, netting Germany second, his 4th of the tournament. And Germany comfortable winners in the end by 2-0. But a word on Pakistan, who fought every inch of the way, and despite not having a very good first half, they came out and fought for it in the second.
Well, I have to say, at the beginning of this tournament, after the very first game, I had them down as playing in 7 versus 8. Somehow they've played to their strengths. They've been ably marshalled by their captain, and suddenly, every now and again, they just start to do the things they do really, really well. Their corner routine has been exceptional. They've been relatively well structured, and they've played to the strengths of their forwards. Rizwan Senior with some fantastic skill. Bhutta is a youngster coming in and delivering some real opportunities and goals. And Quadir scoring some vital things, particularly in the semi-final against India.
Great to have Pakistan back as well at world-level competitions, and good to see them competing for medals as well. They are silver medalists today, beaten by the Germans, but their path to the final, well, a win against the Netherlands 4-2, a win against India 4-3 yesterday, and there Pakistan go to thank the crowd for their support. Remember, they arrived with bouquets of flowers today after yesterday's celebrations. Formal apology from the Pakistani side. They sadly couldn't deliver the goods here today against Germany. Silver medalists. So Germany, there they are, the champions once again. It's been a long time coming. Last time they won was in 2007, the Champions Trophy, 7 years ago. And, well, they're back. Good to see them finishing the year strong, because it's not been the best of years for Germany.
No, it hasn't. They haven't had the results they would usually expect. But when we talk about that, we're talking they're finishing outside of the semi-finals and the top four and all sorts. For them, 6th in a World Cup is a disastrous result. So to come back, to grow to this with a young side, exceptional performance.
Well, a few formalities to finish up here the evening. We'll start first of all with our hero man of the match, and we can go to our on-field presenter, Dubayan Sen.
Thank you, Mike. Welcome to the post-match presentation for the Hero Champions Trophy 2014 gold medal match between Germany and Pakistan. Congratulations to Germany for their 10th Champions Trophy victory. I have with me a very distinguished panel, Shri Ashok Panda, who's Honorable Minister, Tourism and Culture, and Shri Sudha Marandi, Honorable Minister, Sports and Youth Services, Government of Odisha. Can I please request Shri Ashok Panda to hand over the Hero Man of the Match trophy, and Shri Sudha Marandi to hand over a cash prize of rupees 25,000 to today's Man of the Match, Martin Zwicker of Germany. If you can hand over the check as well. Martin, a quick reaction from you. Your first Champions Trophy, how does it feel?
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling because it's such a difficult tournament, and we are really happy.
It wasn't as easy as one might think, because Pakistan didn't give up till the end, did they?
Yeah, they didn't give up. We played very well in the first and the second half. It was a very tough game, so we are very proud of our performance.
Well done, and enjoy this victory.
Thank you very much.
Well, what a night it has been here in Bhubaneswar, and what a conclusion to what has been a fantastic tournament.
It's been brilliant from the very first day, not least because of the support that the hockey family have shown, turning up here for every single game and every single team. The passion that invokes in the players and the excitement and enthusiasm is their own reward, regardless of the medals. And all the teams here have really enjoyed being in Bhubaneswar and delivering the best performances they possibly can.
The Germans have done that. They delivered their very best performance. They grew and grew throughout this tournament. The world number 3, defeating England on the way, defeating Australia on the way, and here in the final, goals for Christopher Vesely and Florian Fuchs. There is Ruhr, who had chances to score as well, but Germany regained the Champions Trophy after 7 long years. They are crowned champions of 2014. A huge congratulations to our Hero Hockey Champions Trophy winners, Germany. Congratulations too to Pakistan, who pick up the silver, and Australia the bronze. There is confirmation of all those scores in the final day's play. England 3, Belgium 2. Argentina lost 4-1 to the Netherlands. Australia picking up the bronze by 2-1 there against India, the hosts, who've hosted a wonderful tournament here in Bhubaneswar. And the Germans, the Olympic champions, going all the way against Pakistan, 2-0. Bronze last year, or in 2012 for Pakistan, a silver this year, but it is a gold medal for Germany. They are crowned the Hero Champions Trophy champions 2014.
Presentation happening very shortly.
Still plenty of awards to be handed out this evening here on the final day's play of the Hero Champions Trophy. You can see on your screens there the sides gathering ahead of the match presentations. We've got a gold, silver and bronze medal to hang out, as well as the Champions Trophy, which was lifted a staggering, well, I'm not going to do the math, since 1978. That's the last time we saw it emerge in Pakistani hands. Sadly, they came close, but not close enough. The Germans are going to be taking it home tonight, and I dare say the Australians will be a little bit disappointed with their performance here. 5 straight wins in a row, remember, relinquishing the Champions Trophy for the first time since 2007, when Germany last won it in Kuala Lumpur. There are the Australian side, Chris Sorello there in the centre of your picture. 4 goals for him in the tournament, 4 for Mohammad Irfan in Pakistan, and also 4 now for Florian Fuchs, the German striker. The Aussies still with a smile on their face, though.
Yeah, they just paid the penalty for a couple of poor early results, losing to England, drawing with Belgium. Either of those games could easily have gone their way from a statistical perspective, finishing higher in the pool and giving yourself potentially an easier route in. But at this level, there is no easy route to winning the Champions Trophy. Pakistan proved that they could do it, even though they were ranked fairly low as they came into this, and the Aussies just didn't deliver when they really needed to.
The Germans did deliver, and for so many of their young side, a taste of success at such a young age. How important is that those juniors from the Junior World Cup go on and win a big tournament like this?
Well, they do say winning is a habit, and the coach will be looking to blood them with this sort of feeling in this sort of amphitheatre. It's gladiatorial, and only by experiencing that kind of emotion can you perform under the pressures that finals bring.
Well, the presentation's about to get underway. We heard there 107 goals in total.
We would like to congratulate 3 special teams who worked very hard behind the scenes to make this tournament happen, to make it go smoothly and make it a big success. First of all, to the Ministry of Sport of Bhubaneswar and its team.
Yeah, and the government here being thanked for their efforts in putting together what was a wonderful tournament. The officials and umpires as well being thanked for their contribution. And yeah, what would we do without the volunteers?
Every day we're greeted as we come in. It's their enthusiasm that really add to this.
The award for the hero top goal scorer of the tournament will be presented by Ken Reid, Chairman of the International Hockey Federation Competitions Committee.
Ken Reid just stepping forward there, the Chairman of the FIH Competitions Committee. So your own Hertzberger will pick up the top goal scorer, the hero top goal scorer. Not sure he's actually here to pick it up though.
Doesn't look like it, and Ken Reid tries to take the check himself.
Handy too, a check for 1 lakh. That's the equivalent of about £1,000, €1,000 if you're watching over in Europe. Ken's back for another presentation. Long walk away, and here he is back again.
Moritz Förster of Germany.
Moritz Förster, the German captain, stepping forward as the hero best player of the tournament. Presented there with a cheque for 2 lakh, the equivalent of about £2,000, €2,000. Pretty close to it for Moritz Förster, the German captain. Dare say that's going in the beer kitty. On to the Tata Steel best goalkeeper of the tournament then, Mr. Sunil Bhaskaran, the Vice President of the Cooperative Services Tata Steel. Srijesh wins it. There he is. Well, could he pull his pants up any higher? Used to seeing him in the goalkeeping kit and behind the goalkeeping mask, but that's what he looks like. The hero for India in the goal, and picks up his cheque for 1 lakh. All smiles, and good to see 100,000 rupees going in there into the account. About €1,000. Got my calculator out here doing all the conversions. Next up is the MCL Best Junior Player, and there is Akashdeep Singh of India as well, stepping forward. He's had a promising tournament.
Yeah, and he's got better and better. He got in fantastic positions to begin with, but there was no real outcome. And all of a sudden, it just started to fire. He missed a couple of chances in the bronze medal game, which might have changed the direction of the medals. However, as an individual young man coming through, superb.
There with the Chairman and Managing Director of MCL, Mr. Animesh Nandan Sahe. There is Mr. Shyama Charan Paddy, the HR director of NALCO. The player's choice, another Indian, another favourite. He is such a good lad, a GL as we would say back home in the UK. It's Sardar Singh, the Indian captain.
Yeah, voted for by the hockey community. A deserved winner, possibly didn't have as much of an influence in the heart of the Indian team as he would like, but he carries himself so well, and it's the creation of these heroes and global icons that's so important for the sport.
Another 100,000 rupees going his way. What a big check to fit in the pocket.
Yeah, we have a repeat award now. Hertzberger has turned up eventually, so Ken Reid coming forwards to present the top goal scorer once again.
And a very casual Jeroen Hertzberger jogs over to meet Ken Reid. This, the hero top scorer of the tournament here at the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy. Jeroen Hertzberger from the Netherlands. Dutch finishing 5th in the tournament. Picking up his check for 100,000 rupees. Enough to put a smile on your face. On to the medals then.
Hockey Champions Trophy 2014 Bhubaneswar. The bronze medal for the third place team will be presented by Mr. Bert Doyle, FIH Tournament Director, and Saurabh Das, Deputy General Manager, Corporate Communication at Ken India.
So the bronze medals about to be awarded to Australia. Our bronze medalists in 2014. Remember, it's the first time they've tasted defeat because they have been champions for the last 5 Champions Trophies, which is an astonishing record, but it comes to an end today, and Australia relinquish their title after 5 successful Champions Trophy victories.
Yeah, but what's important back home for them is there's quite a lot of programmes that are funded based on podium performances and keeping medals around the necks of national athletes. So this is just as important from a programme and as a nation as it would be to get a gold medal in some instances. Obviously the players disappointed. This medal ceremony is going on at a rate of knots and there's players being missed out. They just need to go backwards slightly in the line to make sure all the athletes get one.
Yeah, that's Charter, the goalkeeper. He'll definitely deserve one, and Australia deserve it of their medal because they beat India, the host, 2-1 in the final earlier today. The little final, the bronze medal match, Goders and Ockenden scoring for Australia in that game. And there's Tyler Lovell, the other goalkeeper. So Australia go home with the bronze medal. Still something to celebrate, as you say, and so important to just keep taking home the medals. Winning is a habit. Tim Deevan there away to the right of your picture. 100 caps today for him in an Aussie shirt. And here is the presentation for the silver medal. Pakistan linking together. And they are this year's silver medalists all the way to the final. A huge achievement for them. Bronze in 2012 and a silver this year.
Yes, and they've done that the right way in this final. They've tried to play assertively. They stepped forwards. They realised at half-time they had a chance. They got themselves back into the game. It wasn't quite enough, and I think the Germans are deserved winners. But the way they did it, they tried to win their friends back at the end as they walked around, and they'll be delighted with that as an outcome for the competition.
And also for the state of Asian hockey, it's a good result, and great to see Pakistan back in a major tournament, and we wish them all the success in future tournaments as well. Just weren't good enough on the day against Germany, proved too strong, created too many chances, got 2 goals in front, and then there was no way back for Pakistan. But a silver medal nonetheless, and something to celebrate for the Pakistan camp. On to our winners then. I dare say there'll be a big cheer for the Germans here.
The Senior Vice President of Hockey India. And the winner of the gold medal at the Hero Champions Trophy, Germany!
Well, what about that for a reception for the Germans? This year's gold medalists, they are the champions of the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy 2014, and well received here in Bhubaneswar. Deserved winners.
Deserved winners indeed, and it's so much a part of the Hockey India League that's come through, that's developed these Germans into Indian icons. All of a sudden, players like Förster have brought European-style hockey into that competition. They've delivered role model performances on such a regular basis that they've engaged with the crowd, and suddenly it creates this interest and this passion and this love for the German team who were adopted so well today.
Great spirit and an excellent example of how the sport should be played, and a huge thanks of course to everyone from Bhubaneswar for getting behind Germany in that final. So Germany pick up their 10th Champions Trophy. 2007, the last time they picked it up in Kuala Lumpur, and we are just moments away from the trophy being lifted. It's waiting in the wings, and the gold medals are going on around the necks of the German players. A young side, remember, 7 from the successful Junior World Cup squad, and so a force to be reckoned with for years to come.
And that trophy waiting in the wings could never be more appropriate. I've been fortunate enough, albeit a long time ago, to try and pick this up, not because I'd won it, but just because it was there, because it was a trophy that was on display, and it weighs an absolute ton.
Yep, it weighs 5 kilograms to be precise, donated from Nur Khan, made of pure silver. 1978, the first Champions Trophy, and Pakistan were the winners. In 2014, it's going to be Germany to lift the trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy champions, Germany!
It's Moritz Förster and Tobias Hulke that lift the trophy for Germany. And Germany crowned the Hero Hockey Champions Trophy champions 2014. We will all stand and rise for the German national anthem. Germany then back to winning ways here at the 2014 Men's Hockey Champions Trophy. Germany the champions. And, well, Moritz Förster just displaying how heavy that trophy is. There it is on display. Some quality winners in the past. But Germany, the winners of the 35th edition of the Champions Trophy.
Yeah, very well deserved in consistent performances through the course of the tournament. But what's more important is the display of the individuals within those teams, creating some new role models across all the sides, not just the winners. When you win, you have to do it well. And that's what this team have done specifically. And the winners throughout the other games in this final playoff day in general have demonstrated fantastic sportsmanship and teamwork.
And the celebrations will go on long into the night here in Bhubaneswar. Germany regaining the Champions Trophy after 7 long years. Their first win since 2007. Well, what a week it's been. Thank you to you, the viewer, for sticking with us for all the action here in the build-up to the finals, the final day's play. Wins for England, wins for the Netherlands, a bronze medal for Australia after beating India, and Germany beating Pakistan in the final by 2-0 to take home the gold medal and the trophy. So a huge thanks from Simon Mason, who's joined us all week, Dubai and Sen, and myself, Michael Absalom. Until next time, bye for now.